Now Uzi and Roc Nation getting sued. Uzi's former personal assistant is claiming that from the time she was hired in 2002 all the way up until 2005, she had to endure workplace abuse, retaliation, and harassment at the hands of Uzi Vert.
Okay, you guys, so Lil Uzi Vert just got exposed for some really nasty predatory behavior. And this one's serious, man. Uzi and Roc Nation have both been named in a new lawsuit filed by his former assistant, who claims she went through repeated harassment at the hands of Uzi himself. Roc Nation, her employer, just looked the other way. Now let's break it down. Lil Uzi Vert is signed under Roc Nation management, and they're the ones who actually hired this woman to be his personal assistant. So legally, they're tied in. It's kind of similar to that whole Megan Thee Stallion situation. Remember when her ex-assistant sued Megan and Roc Nation for workplace harassment and discrimination? Yeah, same playbook here. According to court documents, this woman says the harassment started almost immediately after she was hired. But first, let's talk about how she even got this job. Apparently, Uzi met her randomly at a Balenciaga store in Los Angeles. He liked her customer service so much that he decided he wanted her to be his personal assistant. That's how it started. She eventually took the job under Roc Nation, and she and Roc Nation's CEO, Desiree Perez, agreed she'd be paid $100,000 a year with a $5,000 relocation bonus to move from LA to New York. Sounds like a sweet deal, right? Except the moment that contract was signed, things allegedly got weird. According to the lawsuit, the very same day she signed that $100,000 contract, Uzi started texting her, asking her to stay the night with him in his hotel room. She said she didn't feel comfortable, but he allegedly kept pushing, sending dozens of messages trying to convince her to come over. This wasn't some random rumor either. She included screenshots of the messages in the lawsuit. We're talking stuff like, "Come rub me down before you leave. Send me something. Let me see that booty. And you're more than my assistant, you're my B." Now that's wild. This was his employee, and to make it worse, the messages allegedly kept coming. People online are saying this lawsuit has real weight. It's not one of those clout-chasing cases with no proof. Nah, this one's got receipts, and Roc Nation's response so far makes it seem like they're taking it seriously. It gets deeper, though. The assistant says things got so bad, she started going to therapy in early 2024. Her boyfriend encouraged her to get help because she was dealing with burnout, anxiety, and constant harassment from Uzi. She actually documented her therapy sessions, and that ended up being key evidence in the lawsuit. And that's not even all. She says in February 2024, the company debit cards used for work expenses suddenly stopped working. She was allegedly forced to pay for things out of pocket, food, clothes, alcohol, for Uzi and his crew. When she reached out to management for reimbursement, they told her she wasn't entitled to anything beyond her salary. To this day, she claims she still hasn't been fully paid back. Now, aside from the harassment, she's also suing over labor violations. She says she often worked 12 to 18-hour days, sometimes even 39 hours straight, with no overtime. For $100,000 a year, that might sound like a lot, but when you're basically on call 24/7 for a celebrity, it starts to look like exploitation. She claims Roc Nation ignored all of this and allowed a toxic environment where Uzi's behavior was tolerated. The texts allegedly get darker too. There's one exchange from October 2024 where Uzi blows up on her for not organizing all his white clothes in one closet. He starts sending her a dozen messages, admits he's on drugs, and rants about people counting him out. In one message, he even tells her, "Stop being so fucking soft. This is me to you. No black rapper can tell a white girl that, but I can." Now, I don't know what kind of mindset that is, but it's giving major power trip vibes. It's not about attraction anymore. It's about control. And that's really what this lawsuit paints Uzi as, someone who used his position, his fame, and his money to dominate and degrade someone who was just there to do her job. What's crazy is, this assistant might have been way smarter than people thought, because based on everything she documented, the texts, the therapy notes, the unpaid expenses, this lawsuit was airtight. Roc Nation couldn't fight it, so they settled. Yup, the case never went to trial. The assistant got the bag and the lawsuit was dropped. We don't know how much the settlement was, but when you look at how much evidence she had, you can guess it wasn't small.
So the case that Uzi's personal assistant filed against him is already fucking settled. I read on one of the blogs that the ex-personal assistant filed this case about a week ago, and it's already fucking settled. They were not playing around. This case was for her to sue Uzi for unfair working conditions, working without pay, labor violations, and sexual assault. She even went as far as saying that Uzi had her working for JT for free, bitch. She'll send her stuff on vanish mode, asking her to come rub him down before she leaves, asking for explicit pictures, asking to see her booty. Now this, I could see why JT fucking deactivated, because she was going so hard on Cardi B and Stephon Diggs having that case with that person accusing him, but look at what the fuck she got going on with her man. Your nigga didn't even let the case sit for a whole week before he pulled out that motherfucking checkbook to make sure that she wasn't coming out with no more tea. JT was going so hard on Stephon Diggs, and now Uzi got a weird case too. The pot can't call the kettle black, bitch. I want to know if JT knew about him talking to the assistant like that. Like, if she was aware that he was saying that the personal assistant is also his bitch. You know, like, was that known? Was that discussed among them? Like,
something's going on with Lil Uzi, because there's a weird development in this case. So, for those who don't know, he had an assistant who worked with him at Roc Nation, who apparently now just claimed that he was sexually harassing her. He was following her, stalking her, making sexual advances on her in the workplace. All that, right? This all went public just a day ago, right? This case was opened October 7th. But now that they're just starting to actually get evidence and really build a case on Uzi, it just went public a day ago. Now, today, the case got dropped. The case got dropped today right after it went public due to them having enough evidence to actually incriminate Uzi. My boy Drew, he knows something we don't. He commented saying, Roc Nation gonna push this shit under the rug, right? I'm like, yeah, probably. Like, you know, that's what happens. Not even 10 minutes after that comment, shit's pushed. What do y'all think that check was like for her? She might have just signed like a 5 mil NDA or some shit, bro. I don't know, but this is all alleged. This is all alleged. Only thing that makes sense, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Follow me for some more hip-hop news, updates, stuff like that, and I will see you guys
At the end of the day, this whole story makes Uzi look bad. Whether it's ego, power, or just plain disrespect, there's no excuse. Especially when you've got a career, a label, and millions on the line. The lawsuit might be settled, but the internet never forgets. So what do y'all think? Is Uzi just another rapper abusing his power? Or did Roc Nation drop the ball by not stepping in sooner? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest hip-hop news and drama.